Thank you very much for ICC to having me here, and congratulations to this fantastic event. And the question is, why is it so important to talk about sustainability? I think it is really important to talk about sustainability because our world is changing. We face a growing population and growing buying power. In fact, if we continue to consume as we do today, by 2050, with the projected population growth, we need 3 globes to satisfy the world's resource needs. At the same time, environmental issues are becoming more evident, and this is what we discussed this morning extensively. Customers and markets are increasingly aware and sensitive to ethics and sustainability. Governments and regulators require or rate ESGs aspects of companies. Corporate social responsibility dimensions like ethics hold a significant weight of importance reputation. More than 60 countries say they'll zero out carbon emissions by 2050. Demand for chemicals, particularly for specialty and bio-based chemicals, is expected to grow tremendously in the next years. In this changing world, sustainability allows us to stay in the driver's seat. It allows us to manage risks and to take up the global challenges, regulatory changes, and stakeholder demands in a forward-looking manner. Please allow me to introduce Clariant to you. Clariant is a global specialty chemicals company with a broadly diversified portfolio of products grouped into 3 business units: care chemicals, catalysis, natural resources. The product range extends from specialties for detergents, personal care, and agricultural products in the care chemicals business area, to industrial catalysts, to additives for the plastics industry, oil services, mining solutions, refinery services, and functional materials. Clariant has a well-established and extensive footprint in India. Clariant in India is headquartered in Navi Mumbai and operates in the business areas care chemicals, natural resources, and catalysis. The company has manufacturing units at various locations in India. With dedicated application centers and state-of-the-art regional innovation center in India, the company aims to co-create tailor-made solutions for the industry. Our purpose-led strategy and related targets set a foundation for the company's path forward. Our purpose is greater chemistry between people and planet. Greater chemistry stands for innovation. It stands for unique solutions that redefine what conventional wisdom considers to be possible. Greater chemistry between people stands for the beauty of interactions between people. Greater chemistry with our customers allows us to go beyond a transactional relationship. And greater chemistry between people also describes our company culture, a culture that actively promotes diversity, inclusiveness, mutual appreciation, and empowerment. And finally, greater chemistry between people and planet means sustainability. It is the greater chemistry that serves a greater purpose. It expresses our ambition to enable the transition towards more sustainable living. And this purpose exactly sets the ground for new financial as well as non-financial targets. I will focus more on the non-financial targets. We have set ourselves challenging targets for the scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions. For scope 1 and 2, we will reduce the emissions of CO2 until 2030 by 40% based on the 2019 baseline. And the reduction in scope 3, here focusing on category 1, we aim a reduction of 14%. Coming back to our sustainability targets, I already mentioned the GHG reductions. for our sustainable operations. We set reduction targets for the key environmental parameters. In the area of water intake, minus 20%, wastewater, minus 25%, hazardous waste, minus 25%, and landfill non-hazardous waste, minus 40%, and nitrogen oxide emissions, minus 30%. Again, in the time between 2019 and 2030. Creating sustainable values goes beyond our products, solutions, and customers. We are engaging with industry stakeholders and collaborative platforms to build resilient and sustainable value chains and tackle specific challenges with others. Clariant is actively involved in partnerships such as the World Economic Forum Low Carbon Emitting Technologies Initiative, which aims to accelerate the development and upscaling of low carbon emitting technologies for chemical production. We are a member of the WBCSC as well as a coalition of leading advanced biofuels producers and technology providers, thus contributing to the EU's climate and defossilization ambitions. We are a member of the TFS, collaborating with other companies to manage sustainability in the supply chain already since 2014. And Clariant is a founding member of the Alliance to End Plastic Waste and is engaged in several cross-industry initiatives and associations. Clariant is set up for sustainable innovation. Our proven customer-centric idea to market process comprises 4 basic steps. And here I'm coming now really to the interaction between product stewardship and sustainability. The 4 steps include scout, scope, execute, and commercialize. In the scout phase, we are running a trend analysis. We identify unmet market needs. And as soon as we have a first idea, really a first idea, what could it be? What could solve, what could really create answers? We are running already a first regulatory, as well as toxicological, in most cases a predictive analysis, as well as a first sustainability evaluation. In the second phase, in the scope phase, we are then running detailed interviews with our stakeholders, and later in this stage, we sample our customers, and we are going immediately again for an early stage sustainability review based on the portfolio value program for R&D that we have identified, and we start drafting a regulatory roadmap. You see, it goes hand in hand. This regulatory roadmap sets up the strategy for a potential entry into market. In the execute phase then, we are piloting and testing with lead customers, and we submit the registration dossier to be really ready to go if this solution is approved. And in the commercialized phase, finally, we launch the products, and we monitor very carefully the feedback from customers, and we are there really to give support. As you can see, product stewardship and sustainability are hardwired into our product development process for safe and sustainable innovation. Clariant is fully committed as part of its sustainability strategy to bring products to the market that are safe and have a low environmental impact while maximizing value to consumers and the society. This is why in this final step, we are running really a final PVP assessment. This is the full screening for final sustainability classification, and we try to identify potential candidates for Ecotane. Ecotane branding means really top-in-class, best-in-class performance, our sustainability excellence products. Thus, we are integrating sustainability and product stewardship into the innovation process, and we see this really as a key for our success. In the previous slide, I mentioned the portfolio value program. This is in fact our systematic approach to assess and continuously improve product sustainability performance to drive the transformation of our product portfolio. Clariant was among the early pioneers in the chemical industry to implement already in 2012 a systematic approach to assess and continuously improve the sustainability performance of its products. We continue to demonstrate leadership in this area, and this year, 2022, we implemented a revised version of PVP, considering and anticipating trends, regulations, and stakeholders' demands. All our products undergo a PVP assessment, which is based on 39 sustainability criteria spanning social, environmental, and economic dimensions, and consider a holistic view of the entire life cycle in 8 key sustainability areas that are the GHG emissions, the water consumption, the raw material and transition to bioeconomy, the use of recycled materials and recyclability, safe use, transparency and information, sustainable sourcing, certifications and partnerships, performance advantages, and waste and wastewater generation. By end of 2021, almost 80% of our portfolio have been screened. And more than 90% of our screened portfolio fulfill Clariant's sustainability requirements. By the way, you might ask, and what happens with the rest? The rest is really on its roadmap for substitution. Ecolabel was awarded to over 200 of our products and solutions. So now I would like to share some examples to let you know how it really works in practice. Brake fluids are high-performance chemicals that need to comply with the highest quality standards to ensure they work when you need them. There are different grades of brake fluids, which are described as DOT 3, 4, and 5. For instance, if you drive a car with an anti-lock braking system, you will require DOT 4 grade. These DOT 4 brake fluids use borate esters, which were developed as key ingredient to ensure performance of the brake fluids over their lifetime. Problem with these borate esters is that they are classified as class 2 reproducts chemicals. And over their lifetime, the borate esters form free borates, which are known to be class 1 reprotoxic compounds. Due to the borate esters and the free borates, finally, the spent brake fluid is a hazardous material requiring extra care when changing the brake fluids and special handling of the waste. Thus, the big challenge was clear. And based on the just explained process, we managed to create the first sustainable DOT 4 borate-free brake fluids, which achieves a state-of-the-art performance exceeding the performance of borate esters containing products on several criteria, which is the first CMR-free, label-free DOT 4 brake fluid. And even we could assign the Ecotane label for this outstanding performance and sustainability performance. It consists of readily biodegradable materials. It has a low carbon footprint and generates no hazardous waste in production or in use. Thus, this product is definitely ready for future. Customers don't have to worry about potential regulatory changes. In my second example, I'd like to show how Clariant is constantly striving to stay ahead of the curve in anticipating both regulatory and market requirements and addressing customers' needs. We are rescreening products against key sustainability themes, reflecting the latest science and regulation. For instance, the upcoming requirements stemming from the microplastics restriction dossier under adoption at EU level defines that microplastics, which are not water-soluble and not biodegradable, will be restricted. Here, Clariant chemically and physically upvalues crude rice bran wax, a non-food competing byproduct of the rice oil production, into its high-performing LicoCare RBW solutions to achieve the properties of our customers' needs. These LicoCare RBW are innovative bio-based wax additives that can replace fossil-based products in plastics, coatings, inks, care, agriculture, and many other applications. This solution contributes to more efficient and energy-saving production and recycling of plastics and is even externally recognized. It received the Best Sustainable Products Award from ICIS in 2020. So, what are my key messages? Number one, to drive value creation with sustainability requires systematic integration of sustainability into the product development process. Second, substitution calls for a holistic sustainability perspective. To ensure improving a product sustainability requires a holistic life cycle-based sustainability assessment, including all knowledge and science from product stewardship of the products. Scientific data remains thus the key assessment criteria for sustainability. And third, collaboration with policymakers and the broader stakeholder community is key to fostering design and innovation and accelerating the transition to a sustainable, low-carbon, and more circular economy. Thus, our industry is faced with significant challenges, but can also benefit from great opportunities to create value for society with low-carbon, circular, and bio-based solutions that are truly safe and sustainable by design. And with this, thank you very much for your attention.